started the band also initially, it was again like, okay, let's do 70s music, let's do new music, let's do this, let's do that. And as we kept growing, we started realizing, okay, we need to kind of still define yourself as to what really you want to call yourself. You know, it becomes tough. Like, see, for example, Jimi Hendrix is Jimi Hendrix because he actually, at the end of the day, chose the kind of music he wants to play. Or you take even Coldplay, or you take Maroon 5. You kind of end up choosing a style of music. So it becomes easier for an audience to relate to. Now, for example, if we are Best Kept Secret, you hear us do a pop song, then the next song in that playlist is a metal song. It just throws you off in the sense that, okay. I mean, not that you can't play it or you can, but when you're packaging something, it's easier to stick to a certain style.
Some kind of cohesiveness.
So where more people can relate to it and like execute it and today I feel like listening to this band. And you're there in the playlist, and they're only listening to all the new songs that you have created and you have come up with. Then it becomes easy.
Right.
Like, I didn't know they have these songs, but they're all in the same line.
Right.
So that way.
Right.
So we also had to like choose and figure out that let's stick to pop and electronic kind of music. Like the band, my guitarist and I are heavily influenced with a lot of blues.
Okay.
Blues and funk. But we also started realizing that is not something that we can play everywhere. So we also like, okay, since we have that influence and we are highly addicted to it, we use it with the pop music that we play.
Right.
So he has his own style in which he uses the blues licks and everything, and he integrates that into the pop songs. And I have my own thing for funk and blues drumming, and I try to implement that. And like, okay, this song is like this, but let me see how I can add this flavor. Yeah. But we're still sticking to that core, this thing of, okay, let's keep it pop.
Right.
So that way. So we decided on that, and we started growing. And we started, apart from just doing club shows and pub shows and restaurants, we started venturing out into doing corporates, and then from corporates, we got into festivals, and then from festivals, we got into weddings. The one by one, it's a step. As you get more and more recognized, there's that. Again, boils down to how you are putting yourself out there. What are you doing to put yourself out there? And that just made me realize that, like earlier, like I said, you need a structure. And you can't always just rely on, if they like me, they'll call me. No. You need to put yourself out there. People need to know that there's something like you exists. And if it's the kind of music that individual relates to, and like, oh wow, and, you're playing at a show, and then suddenly that person is like, oh, I love this kind of music. He comes to us and like, hey, I run an event agency, and I really love what you guys do. Do you have anything else? Where all have you played? And then you start saying, okay, we do corporates as well. We do festivals as well. Then you're like, oh, great. I have this music festival coming up. Would you guys be interested in playing for it?
Right.
Yeah, of course. That's what I mean. Predominant thing that all of us realize is you just cannot be only a musician. You need to know everything. You need to know the business of music.
Right.
There is something as business of music. So you need to know everything. So you can't just stick to, I can't say that, oh, I'm only drummer of Best Kept Secret. I come, I play.
Yeah.
And that's it. No, I have so much more to do for the band. Like, I keep track of the routine. I mean, like when are we rehearsing? Where are we rehearsing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are the songs? What is the playlist?
Yeah.
Then if there's any particular songs that we're recording, I need to make sure that the tracking of it is done right. And each thing. And then my guitarist is predominantly focused on the recording of each thing, the production of the song. I also handle a lot of social media at certain things if I want to. Like, my vocalist handles all the enquiries. People call, and he's the face of the band. So it's easier to get in touch with him, and then So each one of us have figured out our responsibilities in the band. It is not that you take care of it or let the manager take care of it, and that is it. We are awesome. No, it's not that. So you have so much more to absorb, and it's not just that, not just being, oh, I'm a musician. There's so much more to it. So as we grew, and as the band became big and big, and when we started going international, that changed so much more. Like, we are actually lucky in India where whenever there's a show happening, everything is taken care by the event agency. Abroad, it's not that. You want to perform, you get everything.
Wow. Like bring your own.
Yeah, bring everything. We are just giving you the stage. You get whatever you want, perform. And a lot of places in abroad is ticketed. Because they are very strict about you pay for the art.
Right.
You want to come watch someone, you pay because they are working hard to be good at what they are. You pay for it and watch.
Right.
So it's everything is, you can't just say, oh, I'll play free. It is, I want to come and watch free. It's not really the principle. So that helped us learn and realize so many more things, and the culture. So like we are an English band playing English music in India. It's technically outside language. And when you go there in countries which is their mother tongue, it just changes the whole ball game.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, okay, where did this come from?
Right.
We never even realized all of this. But it was such a big learning, even when we went to Germany is so high on, so rich in symphony music and big band, like your trumpets and your trombones and your clarinets, and they have their
like an orchestra,
like full orchestra. Right. We were like, wow. And this is in a music festival. You never see something like that over here. And we're like, man, this is happening in a music festival. You don't see stuff like this. And it was so great, and everyone supports the thing. So we performed in a small village of about 6,000 people, and the entire 6,000 people were there at the festival watching us, and they're looking at these 4 brown guys, and they're like, who are these guys? Where did they come? What are they doing?
And they're speaking English.
And they're like full shock. But it was a big learning. And even when we went to Singapore, then even when we performed in Dubai, then we had a really amazing gig in Bhutan.
Okay.
And it was really amazing. Bhutan was quite an experience. I almost missed my flight as well.
Oh, okay.
So that's another crazy episode. So, but what made us realize is that, man, each part, if you can travel with your music, it's the best thing.
Right.
The more you explore, the more you learn. There's so much more you can. You might be great here in your own city and in your own country, but there's so much more outside. Actually, right now we were supposed to be in Germany for the same festival which we performed, and from there we were supposed to go to Italy. We had a show in Italy as well, but sadly, But hopefully next year things should change, and it's still on the books.
Right.
It's there. Like, no, you guys are performing. We're doing the whole thing. So this time when we go, we're actually planning to do like a small Europe tour.
Okay.
Perform in different parts of Europe.
Okay.
And get. So we're trying to get in touch with a manager outside.
Okay.
From Europe who can help us coordinate the whole thing and do the whole thing. So I think.
Yeah.
So it's a big learning. It's a very big learning. Like, it just helps you grow, not just as a musician, as an individual, and how the whole thing works. There is an ecosystem of it, and it just helps you grow out of it, and this makes you understand. And there's so much more to it. It's not just playing live. There's so much more to it.
Right.
So that is how we have grown, and every day we're at it. Every day we're like, today no gigs are happening, fine. Instagram, social media, post. Okay, today I came up with something new, record it, post. So that helps you stay connected with your fans and your friends, and they're like, oh my God, I was just listening to this. I'm so happy that you guys are doing this. And for my shock, actually, this happened 3-4 days back. I had posted something regarding Germany. I was saying that, oh man, missed it. I wish we were supposed to be here. Hopefully it happened. And some guy who's an Indian living in Germany messages us saying, oh my God, I don't believe that you guys all came to Germany. I wish I knew you guys back then. I'd 100% come and watch you guys. So, that's the power of social media.
Right.
And, like some guy sitting somewhere over there sees us and he's like, oh my God. So, you have to keep yourself updated.
Yeah.
You cannot just get stuck in that, oh, I'm an old school guy. I love old school stuff.
Yeah.
You need to be updated.
Right.
Because that is it's like evolution. Helps you grow to wherever you are. And as long as you have an open mind to grow.
Yeah.
If you get stuck, it's gone. You might be awesome, but if you get stuck there, that's it. You'll only be in that circle, in that small thing.
And we've seen a lot of people who kind of get bogged down by that.
Yeah.
Right?
It happens to a lot of us. Even and now as we've grown and grown, we realize that there's so much more to even Indian music. So we've got into Bollywood. We're trying out Bollywood and we say, okay, let's do our Hindi and everything, but still have the element of best kept secret and how we can mix both together and make it interesting so that people hear it as a fresh sound and make it more like, oh wow, okay, I didn't know you can do something like that. Music has also evolved so much and changed so much in this small city, but it's part of growing. And, everyone has to change at some point of time to cope up with whatever you're doing.
Right.
And like I said, it's an everyday thing with us. Every day, we have to keep ourselves aware of what's the new song out, what's running on Billboard Top 100,
right?
What is in the top 15 songs in Bollywood,
right?
We constantly need to keep up. And can we pull this off? Is this something that falls in our lines? Is this the kind of music that will catch the kind of audience who listens to us? So it's a constant change, constant evolution, constant learning. So learn, understand, grow.
Yeah.
So as long as if you're open about it and you don't get that, I want to be like this only.
Yeah.
You're fine. It'll help you.
Yeah. And especially when you're working with different but like-minded people too, right?
No, it is different. It is always different. Because chemistry is one thing that you say in the band, but there's so much more than just chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, chemistry is when you're playing the music.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're still functioning as an entity, right? Yeah. So you have to make sure that all of us are agreeing to whatever changes and whatever we want to do as the band grows.
Yeah.
All of us have to sync. If one guy says no, then we need to justify why you're saying no, and then again go back and forth, figure it out, and then conclude. Let's try this method, and then take it forward, and So that takes a toll. Yeah. You need to have patience to push through all of that. If you don't, trust me.
I'm sure you've seen a lot of these kind of arguments
arguments is always happening.
Yeah,
but that's given. But
that's part and
it's part and parcel.
Yeah,
you can never say that. Oh, we never disagreed on a song. It's always there.
Yeah,
but come to senses and figure out. Okay, not this. Okay, what else can we do? What is
talk through it?
Yeah. If we really feel that song is worthwhile, then figure out how we can execute it in our own way.
Right.
So it requires patience. Believe me when I say this. 10 years being with a band like this, 4 guys.
So this is one aspect of it, right, within the band. But there's also some sort of a, let's say, a benchmark or some sort of, level that you have to keep going with your viewers, your fans, everyone that you interact with the outside, right? I'm sure you have to obviously be modest about the whole thing to some extent at least. But how have you seen that change over time? Have you seen a lot of instances where you guys have been required to do something that's something that you've never done before, or maybe instances that have taught you along the way that, this band is great, but
it has both. It's taken positive and negative ways as well. Obviously, everybody does have a threshold. There's only that much you can actually push at times as well. You need to be sometimes wise and understand that just raising your voice and trying to bring conflict in a situation doesn't solve it. You need to figure it out and this doesn't work. What do we do next? Or how do we this thing? So many times there have been an instance where I'm playing and suddenly the bass drum skin broke.
Wow.
Now I can't say, oh, that's it, I can't play.
Yeah.
No, cancel the show.
Yeah.
Can't. I had to figure. So immediately in 5 minutes, just immediately ripped out the skin, patched it up, put sellotape, did that, padding, did that, put it back in, and So while that was happening, my bandmates improvised. They said, okay, let's do like an acoustic thing.
Got it.
And they just went. So the crowd is still engaged. You cannot leave the crowd hanging, and they shouldn't be like, hey, what is happening?
Exactly.
So, those kind of things are there. And then, suddenly a client says something and it's not going with what you guys are. But you need to figure out. You need to, even if it's not something that you do, you also need to tell the client, okay, why you can't do it.
Yeah.
You need to make them understand this. So there is ups and downs. But always try to keep your cool. You cannot. You will never know who you try to trigger the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's all in part of the same ecosystem.
Yeah.
So there have been rough times and crazy amount of situations. But you figure it out.
Yeah.
Come to another conclusion. Do something else. That is still at the end of the day, you're in the business of. And at least I'm in the business of entertaining the crowd and making them feel nice. I cannot go back home saying, oh, sorry guys, my bass drum broke.
Yeah.
I can't play anymore. I have to figure out something else. Yeah. You need to be more open and creative that way. Okay, that is gone. What else can I do? Figure out something else. Execute it. As long as you're still fulfilling what you came there to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is. And it happens within the band as well so many times. There is situations where we don't agree on the same answer. You figure it out. You talk through, get it clear. Just holding it inside and oh, it's okay, I won't do it, but I will show you guys at the show. You can't do that.
Yeah.
All of you need to be on the same page.
Yeah. It's a team effort.
Yeah, it is 100%, 200% team effort.
Yeah.
You always feed off each other.
Yeah.
Each one's energy is what you absorb.
Yeah.
And if one guy is down, trust me, the entire show looks bad.
Right.
Even if one guy is not even giving his 100%.
Yeah.
It just sees. And crowd does realize all of that. They figure it out. Okay, something is not right.
Right.
They figure it out. So you cannot at any point say that, oh, we had a fight.
Yeah.
So, no.
Yeah.
We are awesome. We stay awesome. You execute it so that you want them to come back again and again, right?
Of course. Yeah. And another thing I think we spoke about, and I'm sure is one of the easiest ways to grow, is to ensure that you do your best, which you were talking about right now, but at the same time also ensure that they go back happy, because you never know who these people are.
Yeah.
And how these people, your viewers, your listeners, how those can open up other doors. Because I'm sure your journey from India to outside locations as well, be it through corporate or events or whatever it is, all started because you guys were very, you guys are very close to your community. You are at least interacting the right line, right? So I'm sure that holds true for you guys as well.
So we kind of make it a rule, or we try to make it a rule. After every show, we do go and talk to our fans and friends and whoever comes there. We're not like, oh, show done.
That's
go to
it.
The side, have dinner, leave.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We finish, we go down, we talk to all of them, we interact with them.
Yeah.
We ask them, what did you guys like? Is there something, or, get in touch with them through social media, ask them to follow us, and, if there's any song request that you guys like, please share it with us. Let us know. We'll definitely try to learn it and next time. So that helps us to bring them back again.
Absolutely.
So, you interact with them and then figure it out, and then, okay. And so many times it happened. Hey man, after yesterday's show, this one fan came and she was requesting this song that if we could do it next time. And then we share the song and then we can actually pull this off. And then we sit and rehearse it, we figure it out. So that next time when we play, it's there, and we dedicate it to that fan, whoever said it.
Right.
And I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Now, and that helps you grow. Like that one fan now suddenly brings 10 more other people. Now those 10 more other people might also have interesting inputs.
Right.
Or that one friend might be like some major person in some events or something, like whatever it is.
Right.
And it's all, a lot of it also initially for us worked with word of mouth.
Right.
That's the biggest tool.
Yeah, most of these groups and even companies for that matter, it's organic growth, right? Yeah.
It's if you grow organically, nothing will be. Because those people have seen it and they vouch for it because they know. It's not just hearing you online or hearing you through social media and saying, oh, the band is good.
Yeah.
When someone is, man, I have been to their show. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then you should hire them or you should go watch their show. Or,
right.
These guys will be perfect for the situation you guys are looking at.
Yeah.
That's how it grows.
Yeah.
Till you reach, even when you're at that point also, it's still like, oh man, you should call this band.
Yeah.
Even now it happens like that.